The international landscape is shifting. Gone are the days of a unipolar world dominated by the United States. New powers are rising, challenging the established order and asserting their influence on the global stage. Chief among these emerging powers is China, a nation undergoing a remarkable transformation, driven by economic growth and fueled by technological advancement. However, with China's rise comes uncertainty. Its growing military might and assertive foreign policy have sparked concern among neighboring countries and Western powers alike. The recent deployment of Chinese troops to Belarus for joint military exercises has sent ripples of anxiety across the international community. The proximity of these drills to the Polish border has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about China's ultimate intentions. While Beijing maintains that these exercises are purely defensive in nature, many observers view them as a clear signal of China's growing global reach and its willingness to project military power far from its shores. China's emergence as a global power is undeniable. Its economic clout is undeniable, with its GDP now second only to that of the United States. Its Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning continents, has extended China's economic and political influence across Asia, Africa, and even into Europe. But China's ambitions are not merely economic. Beijing has made no secret of its desire to play a more prominent role in global affairs, challenging the United States' long-standing dominance. This newfound assertiveness is evident in China's military modernization program. The People's Liberation Army, PLA, has undergone a dramatic transformation in recent decades, shedding its Cold War-era image and emerging as a modern fighting force equipped with advanced weaponry and technology. China's military spending has soared, second only to the United States, reflecting its commitment to building a military capable of defending its interests both at home and abroad. Military exercises serve multiple purposes. They provide valuable training for troops, allowing them to hone their skills and practice complex maneuvers. They also serve as a signaling mechanism, allowing nations to demonstrate their military capabilities and send messages to potential adversaries. In the case of China's recent drills near Poland, the message seems clear: Beijing is prepared to project military power far beyond its borders. The choice of location for these exercises is particularly noteworthy. Belarus, a close ally of Russia, shares a border with Poland, a NATO member. This proximity to NATO territory has raised concerns about China's intentions and whether these exercises are a veiled warning to the West. While China has downplayed the significance of the location, the symbolism is hard to ignore. Assessing China's ability to project military power far from home requires a nuanced understanding of its capabilities and limitations. China's military has made significant strides in recent years, but it still faces significant challenges in certain areas, particularly when it comes to long-range power projection. One key area of focus has been the development of its strategic airlift capabilities. The Y-20, China's indigenously developed heavy transport aircraft, has been touted as a game-changer for the PLA's ability to rapidly deploy troops and equipment over long distances. With a maximum payload capacity of 66 tons, the Y-20 is capable of carrying a wide range of military hardware including armored vehicles, artillery pieces, and even light tanks. This represents a significant improvement over China's previous reliance on smaller, less capable transport aircraft. Section 5. The Y-20. A symbol of China's ambitions. The Y-20 is more than just a transport aircraft. It is a symbol of China's ambitions to become a global military power. Its development is a testament to China's growing technological prowess and its determination to close the gap with the United States in terms of military capabilities. The Y-20 has already been deployed in a number of high-profile missions, including humanitarian relief efforts and the evacuation of Chinese nationals from conflict zones. However, despite its impressive capabilities, the Y-20 is not without its limitations. China's fleet of these aircraft remains relatively small, compared to the United States' vast fleet of C-17 Globemaster IIIs. Moreover, the Y-20's range is limited, particularly when carrying heavy payloads. This means that it would likely require multiple refueling stops to reach destinations in Europe or other distant locations. Section 6. The logistical hurdles of power projection. Projecting military power over long distances is a logistically complex and challenging endeavor. It requires not only the means to transport troops and equipment, but also the ability to sustain them once they are in theater. This means ensuring a steady flow of supplies, ammunition, fuel, and other essential resources. For China, overcoming these logistical hurdles will be crucial if it hopes to operate effectively far from its borders. One of the biggest challenges facing China is its lack of a robust network of overseas bases. The United States, by contrast, has a vast network of military bases around the world, which it uses to pre-position troops and equipment, providing a significant logistical advantage. China has been slowly expanding its overseas footprint, establishing its first overseas military base in Djibouti in 2017. However, it still has a long way to go before it can match the global reach of the United States. Section 7. The tyranny of distance. Sustaining a military presence. The tyranny of distance is a formidable adversary, even for the most powerful militaries. The farther a military force is from its home base, the more challenging it becomes to sustain it. Supply lines become stretched, making them vulnerable to disruption. Communication becomes more difficult, potentially hindering command and control. And the cost of maintaining a military presence far from home can quickly become prohibitive. These challenges are particularly acute for China, given its geographic location. China is located thousands of miles from Europe, the Middle East, and other potential hotspots where it might seek to project military power. This means that any sustained military operation in these regions would require a massive logistical effort, involving air, sea, and potentially even land routes. Section 8. The Maritime Challenge: Securing Sea Lanes and Supply Lines. For China, securing its maritime supply lines will be crucial for any sustained military operation far from its shores. China is heavily reliant on seaborne trade, with vital resources such as oil and natural gas transiting through key choke points like the Strait of Malacca. This reliance on maritime trade makes China vulnerable to disruption, particularly in the event of a conflict. China has been investing heavily in its navy in recent years, building a modern fleet of warships, submarines, and amphibious assault ships. This naval buildup is part of China's broader strategy to become a major maritime power, capable of defending its interests in the East and South China Seas, and projecting power further afield. However, despite its growing naval might, China still faces challenges in securing its maritime supply lines, particularly in the face of opposition from other naval powers like the United States. Section 9. The Future of Global Power: A Multipolar World Order. The world is moving towards a multipolar order, with power becoming more diffuse and new centers of influence emerging. China's rise is a major factor driving this shift, but it is not the only one. Other nations such as India, Russia, and Brazil are also asserting themselves on the global stage. This transition to a multipolar world is likely to be a complex and potentially unstable process. The established order, with its rules and norms, is being challenged, and it is unclear what will replace it. Competition between major powers is likely to intensify, potentially leading to friction and even conflict. However, a multipolar world also offers the potential for greater cooperation and collaboration, as nations are forced to work together to address shared challenges. Section 10. China's Rise: A Long-Term Strategic Challenge. China's rise presents both opportunities and challenges for the international community. On the one hand, China's economic growth has lifted millions of people out of poverty and created new markets for goods and services. Its participation in global institutions, such as the United Nations, provides a platform for dialogue and cooperation. On the other hand, China's growing military might and assertive foreign policy have raised concerns about its intentions. Its actions in the South China Sea, where it has built artificial islands and militarized disputed territory, have heightened tensions with neighboring countries. Its crackdown on dissent in Hong Kong and its treatment of Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang have drawn international condemnation. How China chooses to exercise its growing power in the coming decades will have profound implications for global peace and security. The world is watching closely.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.